with the police there get your insurance card if you took off or the person posing as you took off?
Well, let me start off when the very, very beginning, where my insurance called me up while I was working one day asking if I know so-and-so. They're claiming I hit their vehicle, but there's no other vehicle involved in the case. And it would seem very suspicious, and it was a scam.
Why did they call you?
Because someone was claiming that happened.
They were claiming that you hit and wait. They were claiming that you hit them and ran off the scene.
Yes, sir.
How did they contact you? Did they get a license plate number?
Well, I got my insurance company called me when I was working.
I get it, but how did those people call your insurance company?
I think they found my old insurance card I didn't tear up that was in the trash can.
Now, this does not make sense.
So it's not like I got a regular trash can to throw it into.
So they found your card and decided to use that against you.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't claim that you presented the insurance card, or they claimed that it was your car. Did they give out the make and model of your car?
Yes, because that was all on the insurance card.
I get it. They used the insurance card to file. They used the insurance card to file a false report with your insurance company. That's ingenious. They found an old insurance card and said, "Wait a minute. This 2018 Ford Fiesta or whatever hit me and took off." And then your insurance company calls and says, "Hey, Landis, why did you do that?" And Landis is saying, "I didn't do that." Do you have any damage on your car, Landis?
No, I even sent a full 360 video.
When did this supposedly happen?
Apparently happened on August 9th.
Now, can't your insurance company, hold on, can't your insurance company deny it? Is the police doing anything to you? Are the police doing anything to you, I mean?
Well, at first, my insurance company said, "Don't worry about it. They're going to handle it because it's a scam." And then next you know, my buddy, because I just bought the car, so I haven't transferred the plates over to me yet.
Yeah.
The police sent his house a report, and he didn't get back to me till after the.
Did the police arrest you?
Supposed to be. No, they did not arrest me. I've talked to them just recently, too, just the detective.
Listen, this makes a case for. This makes a case for a shredder. It also makes a case for you're not guilty until proven. So what are you doing right now? What do you need from us? That's what I need to know. Hold on a second. We'll come back to you. Rebecca, you want home show tickets? Rebecca. Oh, who is it? Sorry. Who is it?
No idea.
All right. Let me listen. You're on the radio. Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm Kim Wass. I sent a message. I got screwed by the Highland Plains people.
By the Highlands Plains?
Building planes. Jeremy Carter.
Oh, my God, yes. We're going to take this call. Hold on. Let Suzanne get your information. Roger, you want home show tickets. Is that right?
We'd love them.
Okay, now, Roger.
About it the other day.
How many do you need?
Just 2.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you on hold, and we're going to give you an address where you pick them up, and they're free, and they're compliments of waterpros.net. Okay? Now, Suzanne, if you could, I'm going to put under show notes the address where he, and what are you, Roger, are you interested in home remodeling or anything? I'm just curious. Roger?
Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, I just need to know. I'm just curious. Are you interested in home remodeling right now?
We're in the middle of doing a major home remodel.
What are you doing? I'm just curious. What are you doing?
Took it back to the studs and vaulted ceilings, and
wow,
looking at doing a new deck.
Who are you using? A number of different people?
Contractor. 1978.
Okay, I'm just happy that you're having a good experience so far. Be careful. Hold on, Landis. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Roger. Hold on, Suze. Could you take line 2 and under show notes, give him that address? I don't want to give that out publicly because I don't want people showing up there for tickets. And there are 2 tickets for him, and I am going to text it to Paul, the waterman, over at Water Pros. Okay. And so he'll know. Okay, that's what we're doing. Hold on. Okay, thank you. Now, we are going to talk about a hit and run. What happens if someone claims you hit them and ran? Do you have to prove you're innocent? Also, Jeremy Carter, Building Plane Systems. Mark, the ripoffs are going above $100,000 now?
Oh, worth 300,000. Suzanne
We're
got
almost
probably
$500,000 now.
Almost $500,000.
She got so many emails.
Now, how does he spend
weekend.
$500,000 and go bankrupt in a few months? And his attorney says, sorry, he's going out of business. That's all we're saying. And he's going bankrupt. We're going to talk about why that may not work coming up.
Mark,
Look at this, Tilly. This is fucking great.
can I get this off of here? And put it on here and then put a tie wrap around it.
No, I got one for it.
Okay, cool.
I'll bring it up. I got it at home. I got about 5 of them.
Okay, cool. Because put this on here and this plastic is rattling and that'll be worse than not having it.
Look at this. This is the best. This is the fucking best.
So I have to tell you, I'm very pleased with Xfinity. I had them. One guy came over to set up my my cable and TV and all that.
Let's talk about affordable interest mortgage. If you are looking for a loan, affordable interest mortgage has choices for you. They have conventional, of course, VA, FHA, as you would expect them to have. And they have something else, the liquid loan. That's a loan which is a 30-year line of credit. That 30-year line of credit can go up and down at will. Now, you pay off your first, and you pay only simple interest on that. And every penny you have in the bank lowers that balance until you draw that money out. So even regular bill paying money in the bank helps you to lower your average daily balance. Think about that. Instead of sitting in a non-bearing account, it now helps you with your mortgage. Plus, you can borrow more or pay off more. It's liquid. A line of credit, 30 years. AImortgage.net. Of course, they have any kind of loan you need. 720-895-0500. Fix It 24/7 is the place that has replaced a furnace for me. I got on-demand water heater. I love Fix It 24/7 because here's how they operate. All prices are given up front with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. And right now, they have stocked up on parts to keep your HVAC system running, even though there's a supply chain problem. And if you need a new system, they're starting at just $77. FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939. That's 720-526-3939. Not taking advantage.
Okay, watch this.
Destruction and join the Face Studio tonight. Cindy, it's a must-see video of a pair of Colorado Springs contractors who hadn't been paid in full yet, returning to a customer's house. Their mission, to destroy the project they've been working on. Now the customer's speaking to us tonight to try to make sure this doesn't happen to any of you.
This isn't something.
It's totally insane. This isn't real.
It's already crazy.
This lady in the Springs, her bathroom redone, $8,000. She owed the guy. She gave $4,000. She couldn't pay the other $4,000. He came back and fucking took everything back.
That's illegal. And who's telling?
Guess what? The roommate. They thought the contractor was coming back because he forgot some tools. Listen to this. She's just taking them to small claims court. They didn't get arrested or anything.
They were coming back to pick up some of their materials. Turns out they were doing way more than just that.
Look at this fucking guy. He's got a sledgehammer in her fucking bathroom.
Is it on YouTube?
No, KRDO sent it to me. They did the story.
Will you get? Oh.
This was more than just trashing my bathroom.
Can you send me the link?
Oh yeah.
Did you watch the new episode of Billions last night, John?
Mark? Did I watch it?
Watch the new season of Billions. Started last
Not
night.
yet. No.
I just have them on. Just have them on.
That's crazy.
So I was going to say about Infinity Cable, they were on time. They did a
It's
great
crazy,
job.
ain't it?
So I'm very pleased with them.
Did you give the guy the address to pick up tickets? Thank you. I'm going to be doing that with the ones that win, so they can go get them.
So this guy's pissed on two.
I'll also put his number down.
This guy Jeremy's pissed. Master Rooter, he wants the whole bathroom redone because they scratched his tile. Tony's offered him $1,500, and that's about all Tony's going to offer him. I tried to have a tile guy go out and look at it.
What Tony doesn't normally do, make mistakes like that. What happened?
I don't know, his plumber pulled the snake out of the toilet and scratched the shit and shipped the tile. It's definitely, he knows he fucked it up. See if Tony will come on.
So I can help find new treatment. My mom tested positive for COVID, and I found a clinical trial that was right for her.
Tested positive.
Ken, I didn't have time to tell you before the show. Can you hit the chat and follow up with him ASAP? That was your case from Friday.
What's the deal? $1.99 breakfast for son. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a sausage or bacon, egg and Swiss croissant for just $1.99. Fresh cracked eggs, oven-baked bacon, grilled sausage, all on a hot, buttery, flaky croissant. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary.
630 KL.
An iHeart radio station.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. RealCBDThatWorks.com. Yes, you go to that site and you get RealCBDThatWorks.com from Pana Products or Panacea Life Sciences. They also have a kiosk at the airport and in, I believe, Cherry Creek Mall, maybe Park Meadows too. But here's the deal. Go online, RealCBDThatWorks.com, put Tom in the promo code, get 30% off. It's great for pain, inflammation, anxiety, RealCBDThatWorks.com. Landis got notice. Oh, no, wait, that's not Landis. Landis, I'm sorry, Landis, they claim, I don't know why the vehicle was towed. Now, hold on, Landis. The notes say something about a towed vehicle. Somebody claims you were involved in a hit and run. Did they take your car?
Yeah, I was over at Washington Park watching my friends because I just gotten over.
I didn't know that. So it's more than just being accused. Your car was picked up and towed?
Yeah, they dragged it out of the street because
by police.
Where my car was sitting.
Was it illegally parked, or was it because of this investigation?
It was because of this investigation. They put a warrant for my car.
Okay, so now your car's an impound?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
And I talked to the detective before I called you guys.
Uh-oh.
And he told me I have to wait 2 weeks.
No, you're not. You don't even
figure out.
No, you don't want to hear this. You don't want to hear. Was this Denver?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to tell you something that's going to sound impossible, but it's not. I want you to hear this. The God's honest truth. I swear to God, this is true. Under the nuisance abatement law in Denver, because your car was towed due to the suspicion of a crime, your car now becomes property of the city of Denver. Now, hold on, Landis. You're saying, but I didn't do it. It was a mistake. Someone lied about it. Even if, now listen, and I swear, everyone listening, this is the God's honest truth. And Mayor Hancock is a liar, because he was on Mandy Connell's show, and that whore-loving mayor said, no, that's not true. He's a liar. Okay, he's a flat-out liar. Here's what happens. Even if it turns out that they find the person who hit that car, or they find that it was a phony report, even if they find out it's a phony report, under the nuisance abatement law, the underlying criminal case does not determine the outcome of the civil forfeiture. So you lose your car. Now, Landis, I know you're thinking, oh, this is impossible. I will never lose my car. Landis, you will. You will never get your car back under the nuisance abatement law. should they decide to invoke it. Now, do they invoke it on everyone? No. Who do they invoke it on? Blacks and Mexicans. Are you black? Are you Mexican?
No, I'm Caucasian.
Okay. The whiter the better. The whiter the better in Denver. That's the God's honest truth. If you go through nuisance abatement, mostly blacks and Mexicans are targeted. We don't have real journalists anymore. We used to. And they would go into the records and investigate, but we don't have real journalists anymore. You know, I'm 68. I retired from TV, but there used to be journalists that actually did stories. Now we have pundits who simply take a narrative and run with it. So you're not, but Landis, if you're white, there's a good chance you're going to get your car back, but you may have to hire an attorney. Okay? You got the good, at least you're white. Do you have blue eyes? That would even better.
No.
Okay, well.
I have brown.
Do you look dark?
With my tan, I do.
Okay, does your last name sound ethnic at all?
Albers, it's German.
Okay, then that might be good. If it was Alvarez, you got a problem.
Boy, you're digging deep this morning.
And it's the God's honest truth. And I challenge the city right now to call me a liar and to prove me wrong, because they can't. If we go through the nuisance abatement law, we're going to find Mexicans and blacks, and sometimes poor whites, who they
that's where I fit in.
Well, okay, that could be then, because if they discern they can take advantage of you, you're done.
You know, back to this.
Muffy and Buffy from Highlands Ranch, it won't happen to. What?
Why did they take his car? I still don't quite follow any of this.
Here's why. People found his insurance card, supposedly, and reported him as a hit and run. Now, by the way, false hit and run scams are not uncommon. Here's why. People take a hammer to their car, or they do something to their car, or they have previous damage. They call the police. They say to the police, so-and-so hit my car. Now, they just make a false claim because they want money from the insurance. So they make a false claim. So how did they get his information? He claims they got it from an old insurance card. He says he doesn't have any damage to his car. But they don't ask questions. They call the police and say, this license plate number and this kind of car hit me. They're getting the information from his insurance card. Then they put out a warrant for this guy. A John Doe warrant with his license and car.
Have you talked to the people?
His car is at Wash Park, and they tow it. Why? Because it matched the warrant. So therefore, Landis becomes a suspect. What happens then? What happens then is that he is now in the nuisance abatement arena. They have taken his car on the suspicion of a crime. And this is where the nuisance abatement is wrong. The underlying criminal causation or probable cause for seizure is not indicative, the outcome of that crime is not indicative of the ultimate disposition of the abatement. So they can still keep your car. Now, he said you have to wait 2 weeks. That's just to keep you off their backs. Then KKK Corey Nelson, is it Nelson? Sue's KKK Corey Nelson, is it? What's his name? Corey Nelson, I believe it is. Yeah. Before I made a mistake, I'd call him Corey Gardner. It's KKK Corey Nelson gets involved. This is a city attorney. Then he starts flim-flamming. He says, you know, you got to meet me at such and such a time. Here's what he did to one guy, one black guy with a Cadillac. Looked like a pimpmobile. So it was prime, a black guy with a car that looked like a pimpmobile. He was prime to be taken advantage of by the city. But we got him an attorney and got his car back. But here's what they did to him. KKK Corey Nelson says, we'll meet you. You come to my office on Tuesday at 1 o'clock. The guy says, okay. KKK Corey Nelson, then goes into court on Friday and lies to the judge and says to the judge, we've not heard from this man. Then they get a default judgment and they seize his car on Monday. He goes to the meeting on Tuesday or calls about the meeting, and they say, don't bother. Your car's gone. That's KKK Corey Nelson, who, by the way, isn't he running for office somewhere? Google Corey Nelson, Douglas County.
Yeah, Douglas County is running for treasurer.
Yeah. KKK Corey Nelson is a racist pig and a liar. He's a racist pig and a liar. And so is the whore-loving mayor. Now, if any of those guys want to sue me, let's open up the books. Let's open up the books. I'm ready to do battle. And I'm ready to help Landis. What detective has your car?
I did not get his name again. I forgot
and he
his name.
said
He didn't give
it's
me a
going to
card or
take
anything.
it's going to take 2 weeks to investigate.
Yeah, because he has 2 other homicidal cases that are more important.
So meanwhile, you go without a car.
Go out the car and a home because I lived out of my truck.
This is
and I lose my job
outrageous.
because I can't make it to work because my job requires me to have a vehicle to make
This
it
is
to my
outrageous.
demolition company.
This is outrageous. This man lost a place to live, his job, and his truck. All on an accusation. Did you have damage to your truck at all?
No. Not one bit. Besides me kicking my.
Do you know where? Do you know the time and place? Do you know where you were at on the in the time and the place?
Yes, sir. I was at work. I was changing from my work clothes to my.
Can you Can someone vouch for you? Can someone vouch for you? Can someone get
that I seen right after
what attorney should we get on? Can we call Marco Bendinelli? I want to ask him a question. I know Marco doesn't take, he's a personal injury attorney, but I want to ask him some questions on this. I am so pissed off I can't even take it. That's what we have, this racist, disgusting city.
By the way, you're Corey Gardner. We in the neighborhood call him. No. Corey Gardner. We in the neighborhood call him No Show. Because you never can see him. He never shows up for nothing. Yeah. Those guys. Duck, go.
Sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast. Your drive up and down I-25 free and clear of any delay, no issues from
This sucks. Or maybe Joe Lazara even, if he'll come on. Joe Lazara would be good.
Then dropping to 59 overnight. The cool down for tomorrow. 40% chance of storms. The high of 76 tomorrow. Currently at 72. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin. 6:30 State House. What's the deal? $1.99 breakfast for cents. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a sausage or bacon, egg and Swiss font for just $1.99. Fresh cracked eggs, oven baked bacon, grilled sausage, all on a hot, buttery, flaky croissant. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary.
Joe Lazara is a criminal defense attorney that I hope you never need. But sometimes it's good to have his name ready because you may have to refer it to somebody. Or you may make a stupid mistake or be falsely accused. No matter what it is, Joe Lazara will do free consultations, and then if you hire him, he does flat rate pricing quoted up front. DUIs, other problems, like being accused of a hit and run like Landis. Whatever it is, Joe Lazara can help. 303-421-6200. Zero Res Denver. What comes to mind when I say that? It should be Zero Res Carpet Cleaning. Zero Res is exactly what it says. Zero residue on your carpet. ZeroResDenver.com. Kids are back in school. It's a great time to clean the Zero Res way with their empowered water. By the way, it's patented. Getting deep into fibers to remove the summer buildup and tracked in dirt. Zero Res's patented process cleans carpets without soaps, shampoos, or harsh chemicals. Safe and effective. Less water, leaving Zero Res and no sticky, dirt-attracting residue. Carpets dry faster and stay clean longer. It's the only one I use at my home. ZeroResDenver.com. 3 rooms now, $109. That's 3 rooms for $109. 303-471-5150.
If you're within 5 years of retirement, you can't afford to miss Allworth Financial's retirement planning workshop, featuring the 7-step process that's helped thousands plan well and avoid mistakes that can permanently derail retirement. Join us in June. Lakewood, Boulder, Highland Ranch, or Virtual.
Oh, what the fuck? Walmart. Just tried that. Guess I was looked. The tower work. Ah.
Make it like it is, and make it like you want it. You've heard that before, right? It applies to your home too, but maybe you don't know exactly how to do it or what the options are. Try HGTV done like kitchen and bath living space. How about starting with a call to us? For over 30 years, our family including first-rate kitchens and baths that frankly your neighbors will be jealous of. Where to start, Todd? Dad, they just need to call us. We can help, and now's the time. At Dunlake, we offer only the finest crafty surfaces, custom cabinets, cover shower upgrades, and full kitchen and bath redesign. Simply call us for a free in-home estimate, and you'll see how your unique kitchen and bath fantasies will become your reality. Come on, folks, get it done. Once and for all, kitchen and bath, counters and floors, and even replace your windows and doors. You have one word that kitchen-wise company. 303-722-2295.
Solutions can't wait to see you at the Denver Fall Home Show this month. Get 30% discounts on all windows, siding, and doors. Latest top trending colors and siding, and the newest innovations in windows and doors, all at 30% off. Plus, check out K&H's incredible hail-proof roofing, beautiful and practically indestructible. And when you visit the K&H booth, you get a chance to win their amazing $25,000 home makeover. And just for entering, you get access to all kinds of other specials. Booth 935 at the Denver Fall.
Yeah, we're all still asleep.
As a small business owner, I'm trying to build my business while keeping costs down. So imagine the surprise when I put Prime Insurance on the radio set. I might be overcharged for workers' comp. Prime said they could save small businesses like mine up to 30% on workers' comp.
Let's see here.
So got a quote in 3 minutes and ended up saving thousands. Prime Insurance is a breath of fresh air. The team cut me loose by explaining my policy and making sure I only pay for what I need.
These guys are heartless.
What's that?
These guys are heartless and they're just heartless. They're talking about the time slot modifications around here.
Yeah.
And one guy says, well, being he's been switched to early mornings, I hope Ronnie can stay off the fight. Here goes.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. SilverleafMortgage.com for reverse loans. Silverleaf offers a nonprofit foundation associated with them to fix up seniors' homes for low interest or no interest, or sometimes just a straight out grant to get it ready for approval. They are really caring, passionate people. If you're 62 or older with equity, call for a consultation about reverse loans. Reverse loans from SilverleafMortgage.com. 720-REVERSE is the number. 720-REVERSE. All right. 303-713-TALK. Let's go to Kim. Now, I want to talk about this. We took several complaints about Jeremy Carter last week, and now they keep flying in. People heard about the show, and people started contacting us, and we realized this is a problem. What is the problem with Jeremy Carter? Jeremy Carter was collecting money up front for building steel buildings or pole barns in Weld County. Well, actually, it was more than Weld County, right? But he's located up there. Plains Building Systems. There are several victims who put down money. And, Mark, we're up to $300,000.
Suzanne's got the numbers. I think it's more like $500,000.
It's over $500,000.
Oh, my God. Totaling more than $500,000. And then he goes bankrupt. So now listen to this. Where's the money?
Well, and he has not gone bankrupt yet.
He says he's going bankrupt. He retained an attorney. Right? Now, here's the thing. He has the same M.O. in each case. Kim is one of them. Kim, explain what happened. I'm Tom Martino. Go ahead.
So last June, my contractor went around looking for builders and found this gentleman. And he had checked my contractor had checked buildings and other people. And so we gave him money in June. Then we had the fire. Our place is going to be up at Red Feathers. And then we had the fire. So things got pushed back until the fire got taken care of. And then winter started. And then winter lasted a long time up there. And so from that point on, then in the spring, he'd give us a ending date or a starting date. And then the
Did he ever do any work, Kim? Did he ever do any work?
None.
When did you give him the money? What date?
In the middle of June of 2020.
And when did you hear about his troubles?
What happened was he set a date, and then the day before that date, he sent an email out to us and said, "Oh, I can't get the wood products. The trestles aren't built yet." Whatever. And so we did that for like 3 months in the spring towards summer. Then my contractor went to his business. It was closed. Then the place he went to was open, but he wasn't there anymore. And so they talked to them, and then they sent him to where he was. That was closed. My contractor contacted the law enforcement there. Law enforcement went and checked on him. The guy, the builder, Jeremy, at his house, he told law enforcement that he was going bankrupt. And the officer also told
how much money, by the way, how much money did you say you put down?
$9,300.
Okay. You know, there are some people put down way more.
Right. Well, and then the law enforcement said that he had troubles in multiple states.
Right, really?
Some of our complaints are from Wyoming and Nebraska, Tom.
Here's
30 grand in Wyoming. I've got another 15 grand in Nebraska. I'm keeping a list.
Right. And then what happened to us is he actually ordered insulation from a company in Minnesota, didn't pay them. They contacted us last week, and we're going to put a lien on our property.
But what are they putting a lien on there for? You don't have anything yet.
Right. Well, that's what we got. We got that cleared up, but they were threatening us with a lien because supposedly we got the insulation for our building from him. And supposedly they delivered it to him someplace. Also, we got our wood package for our garage from another business that he had screwed, and they had started calling around and found my contractor. And so we bought that wood package that he'd ordered for us from them. So we're dropping him from the list and still going on, but short $9,300. And hopefully there's no more liens coming our way.
Well, I want to explain something. All of these victims in Colorado are covered by the Contractors Trust Act, which specifically says when you take money for a project from a consumer, it must be put in trust for that job and shall not be commingled with other funds nor spent on other jobs. When this guy files for bankruptcy, I wonder why his attorney, when he wrote to us, never addressed that. his attorney wrote to us and skated around it. Now, I don't think, I think attorneys, by the way, attorneys are paid to represent people. So I can't say that there's something wrong with the guy for doing that, all right? But really, it's BS, because they should at least look into it. Stephen Holland, attorney at law, says, "Thank you for reaching out to me about Mr. Carter and Plains Building Systems. Mr. Carter has retained my firm for the purpose of filing Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is a legal process designed to distribute assets to creditors in accordance with state and federal law and allow people to gain a fresh start in life." And by the way, I agree with Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 and Chapter 11 for people who truly are caught due to no fault of their own. What I'm not in favor of people who engineer bankruptcies. This, to me, looks engineered, and I'll tell you why, but I'm going to continue to read. "I've instructed my client not to discuss his situation with anyone prior to filing of the case, in order to preserve the integrity of the legal process. I ask that you respect his privacy. I do not intend to comment further on this matter." Now,
well, if he filed, that'd be one thing, but he hasn't filed.
Right. Now, here's the thing. What are they going to do about the Contractors Trust Act? That's, in my opinion, straight-out fraud. Straight-out fraud. The money, how's he going to explain the money? How can a bankruptcy court discharge this bankruptcy? By the way, a discharge is a good thing in bankruptcy. It means the bills go away. A dismissal is not good.
There was an interesting one.
So what do you think about that, by the way, Kim? And I'll let Mark continue. What do you think about that? That he's going bankrupt, but you are in Colorado, right?
Yeah, I'm in Wells, but my building is in Larimer.
We're going to help you. You're going to stay. We're putting you on a list. We're going to help you in ways we can't discuss right now, but we have a plan. And I can't believe he went through $500,000. I can't believe it. Something's going on. I believe the money is stashed somewhere. Now, Mark, go ahead with your story.
Well, there was an interesting one in bankruptcy court here in Colorado not too long ago, within the past couple of years. Same type deal, Contractors Trust Act. Yeah. Not to the degree this guy's done.
You want to discuss it after this?
Yeah, it's very interesting how the judge ruled.
Hold on.
I was just told about it.
Good. Yeah, are we wrong then with what we're saying?
No, but it was very curious how this one precedent.
Denver's talk station, available on over 2,000 devices. Now, Impact Traffic.
Tom, I have a good follow-up on Kenscapes, the fencing company.
That fucking game was good like yesterday.
What, the Bronco game?
Yeah.
Yeah, they looked pretty good.
It was pretty damn good. I mean, granted, they were playing the Giants, but...
As a pro, you know you need the right tools for the job. Shop the Just Sports Pros event at Lowe's now through September 24th. Save with limited time offers on top tool brands like Bosch, DeWalt, and more. Lowe's, the new home for pros. Valid through 9/24 U.S. only.
Colorado Pain Care Sport and Spine. They call themselves that because much of the stuff they deal with is from a sports injury or the spine. But no matter where your pain is, Colorado Pain Care treats at coloradopaincare.com. And here's what else they do. They get right to work. They have mildly invasive, more invasive as far as treatments. They have physical therapy on a doctorate level. That's right, PhD's doing that. And they also have medications to help you, and they help you get your life back. 303-GOT-PAIN. 303-GOT-PAIN. The liquid loan, you heard me talk about it. Affordable interest mortgage, AImortgage.net. The liquid loan. But listen, I don't want to tell you just about the liquid loan because they have jumbo loans. They have low down payment loans, first-time buyer loans. They have conventional loans, VA loans, FHA loans. Yes, you need a loan? They got loans. The liquid loan for those who are, I say, enlightened because it's the new way to loan money. It's a line of credit on your house. And they don't amortize it with interest. You pay simple interest, meaning whatever balances out, you pay that interest for the number of days the balance is out. You have an accompanying checking account to write checks on the equity. But you also have the money in that bank counting against your balance for lower interest. It's remarkable. AImortgage.net, 720-895-0500.
So many people have told me about Orchard, and no wonder. It's the new way to
That's what I
sell.
just heard from
For example,
Mark Rule.
Who?
Mark Rule.
Why do I know that?
Our economics crime investigator up north.
Oh, cool. Oh,
Hey, Suze, I took care of that thing with,
he's ready to
Kenscapes.
talk. My guy's ready to talk to him.
I'll tell him that. What's that?
I took care of that thing with Kenscapes.
Okay, great.
So,
I know they were stressed because
Yeah,
I know they're a good company. We
yeah.
never hear of them, and they've been around for years.
Yeah, I told Tom I have a good resolution on that. I finally was able to figure out how to get into help@troubleshooter.com. I told her to send it to me at Doc, but she sent it to help
Gotcha.
instead, which is why I didn't see it. But I now know how to get into help,
Okay,
so we're okay.
perfect.
I got the password. Mark, I was telling Tom, I had 2 points with Infinity to do my moving stuff. They showed up on time. They did what they were supposed to do, and they were out of there. I was impressed, amazed that it went so smoothly.
Nice.
Because usually, with those things, you just get totally screwed.
Do you have to leave early, Tom, or can you?
No, I have to.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I was just going to run and get something. That's all right.
Well, go ahead. When I say early, I'd like to leave at 1:30.
Okay, that'll work. That's what I'll do. Come break, I'll go handle.
Do you have to go home?
Maybe. I got to figure out what. Hey, what times our mail usually come?
Not real early, but yeah, I get it.
Well, 1:30 is not that early. It's only about 20 minutes worth of airtime.
What times our mail usually come? Okay. I don't think it's going to matter.
What is it, Mark? Or something you can't. You don't want to.
No, I don't get a prescription for my sinuses.
So listen, how's the trochees doing?
They work really well.
Okay, where do you get them? Who prescribed them?
Hormone pills. And then the compounding pharmacy's right down the road. It's on a wrap.
I'm asking my doctor to do that.
Yeah, the compound. Just tell them the pharmacy name, Suzanne will give it to them.
And they're trochees. But how did you know how much to prescribe? Based on your pellets?
That I don't know, but after the first month,
they
tested me, and I was only at, I'm trying to think, my original was about 400, and then 1 month on the trochees, it was about 700, so they basically doubled the dose in the trochees, and I'll retest in 2 weeks, and I'll probably be right at about 1,000, 1,100.
That'll be perfect. I'm tired of the pellets, Mark.
Oh man, I jumped
Why,
on
do
them
they
so
hurt?
quick. It's fucking barbaric.
I don't
man.
have enough. I don't
it's
have enough fat.
barbaric.
First of all, what are we talking about?
They slice your fucking ass, load them up in this little thing that looks like a straw, and there's about 10 or 12 of those little fuckers for a man, and then they fucking zap them in there.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Sue, how are we doing, Suze, on our attorneys?
No answer back.
Hey, let me
From
finish
either.
up.
Yeah, tell a story.
So, well, it's not what happened in bankruptcy.
Landis, hang on. We are going to get an attorney on. Go
when
ahead.
it came to the Colorado Contractors Trust Act, is one contractor who filed Chapter 7, very similar. He owed a lot of money. He did not use any of the money he got from one client on that job. He basically pleaded, or his attorney pleaded, ignorance of the law. And believe it or not, I think the judge who is retired now, I'm looking his name real quick, I think it was Brooks.
Ignorance of the
law. Yeah, so Brooks.
No, I know that. Ignorance of the law is usually not.
That's right. Brooks was the federal judge. Of course, bankruptcy is all federal. So the bottom line was Brooks said because he didn't know about it, he still let that one debt get pushed off, which was amazing.
Come on.
Yeah, no. That set a precedence a couple of years ago. Now, other cases.
I want to get a bankruptcy attorney.
Yeah,
on.
it's pretty curious, and I'm almost sure Brooks was the judge on that one. He's since retired, but yeah, maybe get on. You got to get on the right kind, though. I mean, most people that deal with this aren't the Chapter 7 no asset cases.
You know who knows this?
Who?
I'm going to talk on the break and see if...
Oh, I know who you're going to say, but why get him on?
Well, because he knows about it.
Oh, okay.
He knows specifically about it, and he's handled that before, so... I'm Tom Martino.
But if this guy wants us to quit talking about him, his attorney needs to pull that trigger and get that Chapter 7 filed.
Well, that's not going to stop us from...
Oh, maybe it will.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, we can talk about it all we want. 303-713-TALK. We'll get all to your calls. Get them in. 303-713-8255. Don't let anyone rip you off.
I just want them to...
I'm trying to think that attorney.
Yeah.
Mark, you don't think we can't get the ad water
No,
on?
I don't think so at all. We just need him to file. Until he files, we can't do shit.
So was your weekend, Mark?
It was good, man. It was productive. We got a lot
It's
done.
Sunday. I have a plumb line
Yes.
pricing complaint. Do you want that on?
I'm in a commercial, yeah. Hold on.
Might as well do it back to back.
Master Ritter and plumb line.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell this guy. It's like they're offering him $1,500. He doesn't want it. He wants the whole thing redone. He doesn't want it repaired. I'm like, all right. I think both are fair. They both have their points. So
Tony Akers went straight to voicemail.
I tried them too.
Suze, I'm free tomorrow. Is Deputy Whitson coming in?
He's having surgery tomorrow.
Okay, so I'll come in.
But
What's going on up there?
I like Harris.
#1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one.
She's all right.
That's Faulkner.
Yeah.
They call her, what is she called? The Faulkner Report, or the
Dirty
Faulkner in Focus. I like the name. She's pretty good, actually. She's pretty aggressive. Actually, she's more aggressive than most of their afternoon hosts.
Is officially over. That's despite the objections of some parents who want to keep that option. After all, children under 12 still cannot get the vaccine, and schools all returning to...
I think children under 12 are probably ultimately better off just getting the virus. It's kind of like chickenpox, man. I remember we didn't do it to our kids, but our kids got them. But the neighbor gal, where we lived in Castle Rock, the Richards, they had a chickenpox party when their kids were little with some other neighbor kids.
My mom, who was the
They
most,
just stacked them all up, loaded them up.
my mom was the most well-rounded woman I ever met, said the only time she considered suicide was when 4 of us kids all had chickenpox at the same time.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
She said she was ready to jump off the roof.
I can imagine.
Can you imagine I don't remember having them. I know I did.
I don't remember having them. I don't think I ever had them, but kids around me had them. You gotta realize that's a long time ago.
You probably have them.
I don't ever remember having pock marks on me. I
don't remember either, but I know I had it. My mom remembers.
I don't ever remember sitting around scratching.
And you didn't have an oatmeal bath?
I don't ever remember having an oatmeal bath.
I don't remember. I remember giving it to my kid when he got it.
Can't you get now there's actually a shot so you don't get it, right?
I don't know if there's a chickenpox vaccine.
I think they do. I know the shingles.
Yeah, you can avoid
Yeah, shingles is different.
Yeah, but isn't it the same virus?
It's a return.
Well, it's a different strain of the virus.
Yeah.
So it returns mutated, or it's a new virus altogether when you get shingles.
What?
So it's a return.
No, it's a different virus.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different virus.
Why do they tie it to chicken
But
pox?
because you had chicken pox, you're more susceptible.
You're more
shingles?
protected against it because you have some antibodies.
From shingles?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, do you need, on that Prevar or whatever that is, that vaccination for pneumonia?
Yeah.
Do you need 2 of them?
I think I only got one.
I only got one. Stephanie said I needed 2. I think she's confused.
Yeah,
I think
so,
you need
too.
2 shingles.
2 shingles shots.
I never got 2 shingles. Now, do I have to start over again?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how long ago you got it. I don't know what the determination is.
AudiQ is for immediate self or caregiver administration and does not take the place of emergency medical care.
Talk to your doctor to see if AudiQ is right.
Mark, do a lot of people visit referralist@tommartino.com? Because I wanted to break that out. Not Troubleshooter, because I know a lot of people do that, but I don't want to hurt referral list. But I wanted to break it out if I could to do some stuff with optimization for the show.
Shoot our people an email and ask them. They can go look right away. Give us exact numbers. Get found fast. Kenny can tell. Look. I don't think it's that high.
Fire that's burning approximately 8 miles northeast of Kremlin is now 91% contained. Crews shooting coast to full containment as possible.
Yeah, we got our new scooters in.
How are they, Mark? How are they?
We haven't rode them yet. They just charged.
How do they look?
Fucking awesome, man. So we had some that were
how big?
That's about it.
And like this?
Folded up. But check it out. So they got a digital lock at the top.
Yeah, I know.
So the only way to do it is a 3-digit code, touchscreen. And then it's got a wire lock that basically retracts and locks. It's a combo.
So I'm not going to...
just enough to where someone can't run up and just grab it and take off.
I wouldn't be able to get 2 of those in my luggage compartment, I don't think. My luggage compartment, I don't remember.
You'd have to do it on the skis or whatever. They're fucking cool, though. So the ones we just returned were just the ones below it.
Why'd you return?
Well, long story.
Same size?
No, they were smaller. Half the price.
Well, how much are these?
6 each.
Okay, but...
The other ones were 3 each.
What was wrong with the 3?
The battery power wasn't that good. There was no lock.
They didn't go fast?
There was no lock mechanism at all.
They didn't go fast?
They went 15. These go 20.
Okay, but what I mean is, if I was on to like use them to get off the helicopter, when I land in an airport and go and get an Uber or something,
either would be fine. Either would. The low ones would have been fine. $300.
I need. Is it much littler?
No, it's just the battery and shit smaller.
Oh, that's what I meant. But the size physically is the same.
It probably weighs I bet it weighs a lot less. Because it's only a 250 battery compared to a 350 or 4, I forget. In the new ones, the actual thing you stand on is the entire battery. In the old ones, the battery is in the tube that goes up to the handles. So the battery's way the fuck smaller. But these new ones are fucking slick, dude. They are so slick.
Do they have springy action?
Yeah, big 10-inch tires. The other ones are only 8-inch.
Oh, then that's...
Yeah, they're fucking nice. So these should get 25 miles. Not like, I mean, I don't know who would ever
so
take
you won't bring your bicycles then?
Well, fuck yeah, bicycles go 70-plus miles.
Well, you're going to bring both?
Fuck yeah. The bicycles go off on dirt roads and shit. These are for pavement or light dirt roads.
I like it. I mean, you got it.
Oh, the bikes are fucking, we use the bikes all the time. I'll tell you what we do with these now. We take the dogs on walks with the scooters, man. We get on it. Dima's getting better, but Nico, he just heals like he always does, so he's perfect next to me.
Right, you make the poor dogs run and these guys run their scooters.
Oh, those dogs, that's all they want to do is run. That Granby, you would have, if you had your rave still, you would love that Granby place, man. It is so nice. There's not one in Vail, is there? There's no RV park in Vail.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show anywhere that solves problems for people, listens to complaints. We're not political. We're not religious. I'm not saying we don't have political beliefs or religious beliefs. I'm just saying we're not here to change your mind on that stuff. Really, we're not. We talk about politics only as it applies to your money, your pocketbook, and some issues. But we talk about the issues more than we do what you should do about the issues and where we stand on certain things. So welcome. I'm Tom Martino. Been doing this the longest, let's put it this way, the longest running continuous radio show with the same host that is still on the air. How about that? Now, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We left off with a problem with a guy who's going bankrupt, who collected about $500,000 or more in down payments and didn't do any work. Some of that was in Colorado, some in Wyoming, some in Nebraska. The bottom line is this, is that there's a problem. And the problem is that he took this money in Colorado, and there's a Contractors Trust Act, which says the money needs to be put in trust for that particular consumer and job, and it can't be commingled or spent on anything else. So I'm wondering how they get around this if all the consumers show up at a creditors meeting. Now, Dave called in and identifies himself as an attorney with a comment. So let's go to him. Dave, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Yeah, regarding the trust fund statute, a few years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court decided that if a trustee didn't know about their responsibilities on the trust, that they couldn't be held liable or that the debt would be discharged in bankruptcy. That case was an innocent family member managing a trust, and he actually put back all the trust funds. But unfortunately, that carried over into the mechanics lien trust decisions, where now in bankruptcy, you have to show that the contractor knew of his responsibilities under the Trust Fund Act in order for your debt to be non-dischargeable.
Well, hold on a second. So, ignorance of the law, what's to keep any contractor from just saying he's stupid?
Yeah, it's an interesting deal.
What's to keep a contractor, what's to keep him from saying, I didn't know about it?
Well, that's what they all say.
Well, wait a minute. He does know about it because he hasn't filed yet. Let's make him aware of it.
Well, no, because it would go back to did he know about it at the time he misused?
You know what? Then people need to let people know. You know what? You need to hand the contractor a card. I swear to God, show it, telling him what his responsibility. I'm serious. What would you say about that, Dave?
That's what I do with all of my clients now. They're entering into construction contracts. I drafted up a one-page letter that explains the contractor's responsibility.
What a great idea.
Now, if someone went out and got a judgment, a criminal judgment, for X amount of dollars, that wouldn't be dischargeable then, regardless of anything, correct?
It could still be dischargeable because...
A criminal judgment.
Well, because it's theft under the trust fund statute in Colorado, which it may or may not be. If it's theft as it relates to a violation of the trust fund statute in Colorado, then it still may be.
But let's say,
well, if it's fraud.
Fraud. Let's forget the Contractors Trust Act. He took money with no intent of doing the work.
Well, then you're going to have to prove fraud, which is always difficult because the debtor can lie about it. But what I've found is that a lot of times people have done this in the past. So I'll search through court records and see if this contractor has been sued in the past.
Yeah, he was in California. We're pretty sure he did this in California.
And so the bankruptcy court in Colorado has determined that if the contractor was sued previously, then they actually, even if they plead ignorance, the day they got served the previous lawsuit alleging violation of the trust fund rule, that at that point they had knowledge of their responsibilities, and any debts incurred after that for violating the trust fund can be non-dischargeable.
You know, it's pretty much a license to steal, and then you can get rid of the debt. I mean, it's really amazing if you think about it. You can go out there, take money, do nothing, go to bankruptcy court, and that's it. You're done. It's over.
And lie.
And lie. It's really remarkable.
Huh? Why one
No,
time?
no, no. One time in Colorado.
It's not one time. They can do it they can wait 7 years and do it again.
And go to a different state and do it.
You don't even have to go to a different state.
No, no, no. What Talib's saying is basically once you know that you're supposed to hold it in trust the first time. But that's only in Colorado. They could go to a different state.
Hey, Dave, what kind of law do you do?
Mainly construction litigations, dealing exactly with these types of scenarios, either representing the subs and material suppliers that didn't get paid or the property owners that paid. And do
you ever file adversarial in bankruptcy?
I have in the past. It's a very it's not a good situation for creditors.
We need you on the referral list, or we need you as an expert if you do this, because we get so many calls on this. I mean, this is amazing. I'm not trying to hit you up. I'm just saying we really do need you. It's Mark, I don't know anybody who does that. Suze, at least get his information, okay? We'll give him a special deal. Honest to God, we need people like this. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jeremy.
I'm back.
What's going on, Jeremy? Jeremy?
Tom, how are you?
What's happening, sir?
Tom, I got a problem.
Yes, sir.
I hired a contractor off your referral list.
Who is it?
Master Rooter.
Is it?
Master Rooter.
Tony is a great guy, man. Master Rooter, good company. I'm surprised. What complaint do you have?
Well, the issue is that while his tech was cleaning out my drain line, his tech damaged my newly remodeled bathroom floor.
Oh, that could happen, I guess. Why, did he have to remove the toilet?
Yeah, he had to remove the toilet to gain access to the sewer line.
It looks like the tiles were chipped, though, by probably a snake or something. I don't think the toilet part had anything to do with it.
How was it damaged?
No.
Do you know how it was damaged?
Yeah, Mark's correct. That didn't happen from removing the toilet, but the snake machine damaged some tiles.
Like when he was dragging it in or something?
Yeah, I mean, whatever he did was dumb. So there's about, how many tiles are chipped, Jeremy? 5, 6? I don't remember.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, what's, Jeremy, Tony Akers, I'm serious, he's a good guy. Isn't he taking care? What's going on?
Tony's offering him $1,500. He says you should be able to replace those 5 or 6 tiles, however many it is, for $1,500, no problem. Jeremy wants to redo the entire bathroom. Which,
well, you don't have to.
Well, I'm just telling you what's going on. The entire thing, and his guy will do it for like $2,900, the whole thing. I think Jeremy's afraid that it's not going to match.
No.
Well, here's the issue: is that the grout in the entire floor area is stained from sewage water because.
Well, you can remove the grout. They can remove those tiles and scrape the grout down and re-grout it.
In the entire floor?
Yeah, of course.
We got a guy on the referral list, a grout doctor. I mean, that's
no. They grind it out. They grind it out without hurting the tile, and they don't have to grind it to the floor. They just grind it down, and then the new stuff they put in. You know, they chip out the old tile, and then they put in the new tile to replace the broken, and then re-grout the floor. I mean, obviously you want it to look the same, Jeremy. I don't blame you. Yep. Of course you do. Yep. But there's no reason to tear out an entire floor and do that if you don't have to.
Okay. Right, I didn't know that was an option.
Now maybe, hold on, I'm going to tell you something. Maybe it'll cost more than $1,500, but I don't think it's going to cost $2,900 for God's sakes.
I tried to have a couple of our guys go out there, man. They're a month out. Everybody is so far out.
Well, yeah, I mean that's no one's fault. Okay,
well, I know.
But what I would say is at least get a bid and get paid. Tony's a good guy, man. what you do is really get a realistic bid. Okay, I have done it myself on floors. I have regrouted myself. I did it by hand. It was a pain in the ass. But the grout I never liked, and I only went down halfway and regrouted above it. You know, there are plenty of ways to do it. A good guy is going to go in with a grinder. He's going to grind out the grout where it's stained, or the whole thing if you want. And he's going to relay the bad tile. And sometimes there's casualties, unfortunately. When you're chipping out one, you chip another. But you got to do whatever it takes to fix it. I mean, we're not...
Are they on your...
Hold on. Who do we know that can do that? Well,
the grout medic. He's on the referral list.
He can even replace those tiles. Do you think or not?
That I don't
Let's
know.
call him. You want us to call him for you, Jeremy, while you're on?
Sure. I mean, I'm happy to call him. I mean, I'm happy to. I didn't know that was an option.
I'd like to actually get him on. Let me get him on so I'm not lying to you.
Who?
Grout medic.
Oh, I thought this guy didn't want a repair. He wanted replacement.
Well, he did because he didn't talk to us yet, and we're trying to reason with him.
Oh, God.
He's a reasonable guy. Hold on. 303-713-TALK. John has a... What? John, I don't know what you're calling about. Is this Deputy Doc's follow? Deputy Doc, Mark?
That's one of them, yeah.
Mark must have taken this. What is it?
No, I spoke to them.
But, okay, were they ever on the air?
No.
Okay. John, can you explain what your original problem was for us, John, so our audience can listen?
Yes. I have a family member that recommended SJO Electric LLC to come out and upgrade the electrical systems and fix the problems on the house.
Yeah.
Here that I own.
Yeah.
And they've never finished the job, and they had done some shoddy work.
How much did you pay them? How much did you pay them?
$6,750.
Now, did you get that much work done?
I have not got the job finished yet.
I understand that, John, but how much work did they complete?
They just got to the point to where they could actually fix the problem.
All right, hold on. I'm going to come back to you. Deputy Doc also has something to say. We gave this to him.
Yeah, I spoke to them.
Liberty Mutual. Liberty Mutual.
Jesus God, how many spots does he do? Affordable interest mortgage.
Well, you saw what he does. He goes heavy as fuck for a week.
That might be a good thing to do.
I might try that with one of ours next month, actually. Funny you said that. I could week on, week off, week on, week off.
Oh, that's like from the Karate Kid. Week on, week off.
Hey, Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. There is a real danger nowadays of leaving money on the table. What does that mean? When you sell your home, how do you know you're getting top price, top dollar? Do you know if you ask too much, you may not end up with multiple bids. If you ask too little, it's a sign of weakness. Frank Duran, the real estate man, knows how to price real estate to get the optimum, to get multiple bids, and then he knows how to select the right one. I'm serious. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. I wouldn't even think of selling without consulting him. All price ranges, all homes, all metro areas, north and south as well. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-60.